Coach, when did you realize number 8 would be a difficult matchup for Alabama?
What'd you say again? No, our 8, A.J. Terrell?
Justin.
That 8. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the moment we recruited him, we knew he'd be a tough matchup for not just Alabama, for anybody we played. But what a night. I mean, you know, he's a guy that I thought early in the season, I mean, he was unbelievable in camp and early part of the season, and then thought he hit a little bit of a wall because it's tough, man. I mean, it's just a different, when you go from being the most dominant guy on the field to now every day at practice is like the Super Bowl because you're going against some elite talent. And then he just kind of got his second win, and these last 5 games probably, he has been unbelievable. And the catches that you saw him make tonight, those are routine for him. I mean, it's just amazing. I told Trevor, I said, could you quit throwing crappy balls so he don't have to show off like that and make some of those crazy catches? I mean, but that's what he can do. And for this kid from Alabama to have the opportunity, you know, to beat Alabama for the national championship, I mean, listen, I know exactly how he feels for sure. And it was something we talked about in the recruiting process. And he wanted to be a part of this. He wanted to come play with Trevor. He wanted to be a part of our tradition that we have at the receiver position. And, you know, he didn't mind coming in and jumping in line behind T and kind of earning his way. And, you know, he's a pretty good player as a freshman. And got Trevor back again and Travis back. So, like I said earlier, I can't wait till our team meeting on Friday. And that's going to be our first team meeting for the 2019 team. It's going to be a fun bunch. And, you know, some people say, oh, well, you know, everybody's like, well, you lose, you get motivated. I get motivated by winning. I don't have to lose to get motivated. Man, I'm as motivated as I've ever been to get back to work with next year's team and kind of figure it out, because it's going to be fun, because we got a lot of unbelievable seniors that are moving on. But we got some dynamic pieces like Justin Ross and that guy right here at number 16. Coming back, that'll lead the way.
We're going to go back here in the middle, third row.
Chris Biederman, Sacramento Bee. How familiar are you with Cleveland's reference on the stage with the coach dancing and things like that? And what do you think he's gonna bring to a team at the next level?
I have no idea what he said on the stage. You have to give me some. Yeah. I have no idea what he said.
It was a Death Row Records reference, but.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Well, I mean, if he goes pro, I mean, he's gonna bring anything and everything. All these seniors. This is an amazing group of people. I told him in the locker room, I can't wait for 20 years from now to get together and see what this group of young people do in life. They're going to dominate life. This is an amazing. We had 66 guys make a 3.0 or better. That was a school record. Shattered the record. Everything they've done, they've like gone above and beyond. You know, 55 wins. The record was 50. 56 was our record for 3.0s. We had 66. The 26 graduates, the most of any bowl team. We won the AFCA Academic Award. We won the Campbell Trophy, and we won the national championship on the field. And man, it's just been unbelievable. These are some of the most dynamic young people you're ever going to meet in the world. Cleveland, Christian, Austin, Kendall, Mitch, Fauci, Adam, Travion. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, these seniors. And they are going to be amazing people in life. I can't wait to get together 20 years down the road and meet their kids and just hear out all the great things that they're going to go on and do in life. And this is a great moment, but this is just part of their journey. It's just part of their journey. But their leadership is what they led. I told them, you've led us all year, got to lead us tonight. So I'm just super proud of them, and you know, I know that they're gonna love and enjoy this, but go on and do great things.
We're going to move further to the left in our second row.
Dabo, if Patrick Brickman, ABC 3340 in Birmingham, if someone had told you when you were a walk-on at Alabama that you would go back and beat that team twice in the national title, what would you have thought?
Why not? You know, why not? I think it's what it takes. It takes belief, you know. I think that we put limitations on our own self by how we think. I've always believed that way. You know, why not? You God's bigger than that stage out there. That's for sure. I know 10 years ago, not many people probably saw this coming, but we're here and we did it. And it's amazing. It's a blessing. And as I said, out there on the field, and I said it 2 years ago and I'll say it again, this is really not anything that I've done. It's not anything that our players have done. I mean, I think God has worked through us. Only God can do this. A Hollywood movie, Steven Spielberg or whoever one of them producer people are, they couldn't write this script. They couldn't write this script. They really couldn't. And only God can do this. And I give him all the glory because I know where my strength comes from, and I know that it's simply by his grace that I've been able to walk this journey. God has opened so many doors for me, closed doors, put people in my path. He's gifted me. And, man, I'm just so thankful. And so, as a young boy growing up in Alabama, I've lived so many of my dreams. And I dreamed big. I mean, what else was I going to do? So, if anything, I hope that a moment like this, because I know there's a single mom out there somewhere, probably trying to figure out how she's going to make it. I know there's a kid probably like me that's got some bad circumstances and not sure what your future looks like. If anything else, man, that comes from this tonight, I hope that somebody like that can have some encouragement and some hope that, you know what, God's got a plan for me. And if they can say, hey, man, if that guy can go do it, well, you know what? Why can't I? But you got to be willing to put the work in, number one. And then if Clemson can do it, why can't we? I mean, where's little old Clemson? I mean, we're not supposed to be here. We're not supposed to be the first 15-0 team in the history. We're not supposed to be here, but we are. But we are. And beat Notre Dame and Alabama to do it. Only God can do that.
We're going to take our next question right here in the middle in the second row.
Bonte Hill, 95.7 a game, San Francisco. Coach, when you got this job on an interim basis and then you got the job permanently, Clemson was, from the outside looking in, it looked like a middle-of-the-pack program, but you guys had a lot of talent on that team, but everybody wanted to say, oh, that's just Clemsoning. Now, you guys have shed that notion, obviously, winning 2 championships in the last 3 years. Kind of just to what you just answered, that last question there, how surreal is it to see your program now, and you're already talking about Friday, looking forward to next season, 4 days after winning the national championship. Just talk about how it is to have your program now talked about with the Bamas, with the Notre Dames, with the Georgias.
Well, it's what we set out to do. In fact, at my very first board meeting, I've said this many times, I walk in this room, I don't know any of these people, and they all got suits on, and it was very stuffy, and I'm like, this ain't going to go well. And one of the guys says, Coach, we just want to be a program like Michigan and Florida and Georgia, and a team that's really good academic. And I'm sitting there talking to myself saying, keep your mouth shut. Just shut up, get out of here, and move on. And but Alabama in me wouldn't allow that. So I kind of cut the guy off, and I just said, I don't mean this disrespectful. That's not my goal. My vision for Clemson is for all these other schools to want to be like Clemson. I want to build a model program, and I want to do it in a way that loves our players, serves our players, equips our players. I want to have some fun doing it, and if it don't work, hey, I can go do something else, and that's what we've done, and we've been intentional with that. And so 10 years later, our core values are exactly the same as they were back in 2009. And it's been, it's been a process of building it. And you're right, we were a definite middle-of-the-pack program. We hadn't won 10 games since 90 or 91 when I got the job. Now we've had 8 years in a row. And that was something I told the team. Why would you have any doubt? Like, why would you have any doubt? If you just pay attention, I mean, we won our first division in 9. Everything we've done once, we've done again. We won our first division, we've won it 7 times. We won our first league championship in 11, we've won it 5 times. We had our first 10-win season in 11, we've had 8. We had our first top 10 recruiting class, I don't know, we've had 7 of them. But we ain't ever had the top recruiting class. Probably never will. But we've done okay. We on our first BCS bowl. Now we've been to several of them. The only thing we hadn't done twice was win it all. And I told the team, we're going to do it again. It's just a matter of which team makes the decision, because I think it's a decision. I think it's a decision. You know, you have to make a decision on what you're going to do with your commitment and so forth. And so I'm just thankful that we've been able to do it, and we've been able to build a program of consistency. Our goal is not to win the national championship. People don't believe that. Our goal is to win the closer right there. The national championship is just a byproduct of that. It's never been my goal. I don't measure teams by that. And I know we got some rabid people that drives them crazy, but I measure our team based on, do we get better? Did we reach our potential? You know, not every team's good enough to win the national championship. That's okay. It's okay. What was our commitment? How did we prepare? And so we've built a program of consistency on and off the field. 8 out of my 10 years, we've been top 10 academically. I've had 208 seniors, 204 graduates. 15 juniors leave early. 4 of them have already come back to get their degree. You know, and that's really what I want to be measured by, not national championships. Hey, that's great. That's all part of it. But how do my 3 sons turn out in life? And how do all these players that God has gifted me with to be in their lives, how do they turn out in life? What do they do 10 years from now, 5 years, 15 years, whatever it is? That's really what I'm going to be measured by. And if we can win some national championships along the way, then that's a blessing. But that's not our goal. That's not our goal. Our goal is to have a program of consistency and a program that graduates its players and to do it in a way that loves them and equips them with the tools that they're going to need to go and dominate outside the lines, not just inside the lines.
Coach, we've reached the end of our time. Thanks very much. That concludes tonight's post-game press conferences.
Thank you all very much. Oh, man, yeah, you take that. Thank you.